Hey guys, this is Mino. This is gonna be part one of a part three of 3 parts vlog. Basically, in order to make up for the past 2 days that I did not. So there's gonna be one video, and then I'm gonna make another one later on, and the final one later on as well. But well, I don't know. Well, for one, I don't know if I'm holding the camera right to my face or anything, and I don't, but still. Anyways, as I was saying, why don't you hold the camera?
Oh,
Shush?
fine.
Anyways, yeah, my cameraman, my camera woman behind me, shush.
Oh, shush.
Since, I'm on kind of in the interstate and driving, so. Still,
woo, red car.
An incident.
I'm a derp.
An incident today happened. As I said, I did promise you guys an adventure, but today an incident happened that made me think. If you could do something, if you could go back in time and change an event, it doesn't have to be a big event. Heck, I believe those are fixed. As quoting from, Doctor Who and somewhat, those are fixed. You can't go back in time and kill Hitler before things happen. Something's always going to cause that era. You can't go back in time and prevent major events happening. But what you can do, or I believe, is go back and change small events, if you could. What would they be? And, well, the reason this came to my mind was because today, whenever I went back to the store, which I completely forgot to bring the camera in there, but I'm kind of glad I did. I think got a little personal in there. A friend of mine, well, he's a co-worker, but I'm still a friend. He's gotten himself into, he hasn't gotten himself in a situation. He just made me think by mentioning that a friend of his had a wedding that we were invited to. It was, of course, from what I've heard, it was beautiful. The reception was great and whatnot. But he did mention that he did invite some of his friends specifically to see if they would stand up and object. Well, even though I don't know if he considers him my friend, we've only known each other for about a year and a half. But still, I consider all my co-workers friends. If he considers me a friend, I do not know. But I kind of do wish I had gone. Because, well, I probably would have been the one person to stand up and say I object to the wedding. Since they've only known each other for 1 month. And me being a strong believer in love, 1 month is not enough. No matter how much you think, how much you want to believe that they are the one, 1 month is not going to be what it takes. My belief, my true belief is if you two are, if they are meant to be together, if people who love each other are meant to be together, for adults, a minimum of 6 months. For younger people, for high school and whatnot, you're starting to grow up and whatnot, and since some people who are watching this are probably in that demo, it's probably your hormones talking at the time that you believe. Yes, I am a true believer of love at first sight. But I'm also a believer of your first love isn't going to be your last. Though your last does feel like it's your first. Whenever you find that last person, that something inside you just clicks, that makes you just know. But even then, even at 1 month, if it clicks, it's going to take longer to make sure that they are the ones, that they are willing to go the distance, that they will, even though they hurt you, they don't do it intentionally, and that they feel bad for even doing something like that they will do anything to protect you, even though sometimes they don't, just so they know they can teach you a little bit of a lesson. But they care enough to teach you that lesson, and they care enough that it hurts from having to do something like that. As I said, a minimum of 6 months before you know that they are the one. A minimum if you are 18 or above. No, if you are 20 years of age and older. But if you are younger, at least 2 to 3 years. Your high school sweetheart in those 2 or 3 years will probably end up not being the one. Or if after 2 or 3 years they were able to put up with you and you're able to put up with them and still come out loving each other more and more. If each of you still find little tiny things after 5 years that you love about them, then that's when I believe you should say, for you guys and for you girls, that's when I believe, even if you guys are going to get married that year, even if you're not going to get married the next year, however long it takes, but after 2 to 3 years of knowing that each of you will put up with each other, each of you will still find things you love about each other, still help each other grow, still support each other. I'm not talking about financially, I'm not talking about physically, I'm talking about emotionally, spiritually. If you guys do love each other that much, that's my belief of true love, and that is what you should strive for a marriage that lasts. For the guys, resist temptations. For the girls, do the same. And if you're in between, neither, whatever, when you're with that significant other, yeah, 5 minutes?
8.
8. Well, I got 15 minutes. So.
Goodness.
Yeah, whenever you get me talking about love, whenever you hear something like this happen, I get passionate because I believe in true love. There's a phrase that I kept on using that stuck with me ever since middle school, because I was a firm believer of that. That phrase is, are you in love with someone, or do you just love them? When you just love someone, that may not last. It may grow into in love, but it won't flourish. I don't believe it will flourish. Not until you find that person that you have truly fallen in love with. Many of you will know after a year or two who that person is. That in love feeling is the feeling of basically you have known that person for all your life, and yet you finally get to meet them. Anyways, I am rambling on, and Cheshire just told me that it's almost time, so. But anyways, I hope those watching, those who stumble upon this video and watch, kind of can see my point. If you don't, then I'm not trying to push anything. This is just me. Something that came to my mind just wouldn't stop bugging me. I do have that small regret of not being able to attend that wedding and being the one to object, since I believe so strongly in love, and you need that in love for a marriage to work. But I guess that's just me. If it's not, probably the next video we'll talk about relationships or something. Maybe, I don't know, maybe gotta go to the next lane. Maybe talk about, relationships and whatnot, and how people should treat each other. But
Well,
of course,
it's not.
there's many different relationships. Screw it.
It's not urgent, is it?
Nah, it's not. So it's the next video. Anyways, I probably just reached the 10-minute to 11-minute margin. So I'm gonna cut it here. Love you guys, and Mino out.